Hey, friends. Oh, I am just home from a really quite beautiful morning doing some reading and developmental editing on a manuscript with a client. Super cool. Love this work. Oh my God. Man, there's nothing like doing what you love as a job. I feel like I'm really lucky to have had that experience in a couple different contexts now. Sometimes musical, sometimes narrative or literary, but and teaching is that for me too. Being in dialogue with students and in evolution with clients, coaching clients, writers. There's just nothing like it. It's just such a thrill. So I'm feeling a lot of gratitude this morning, and I actually found myself. I had a moment this morning where I was working on. I was doing my physical practice, and I had. I say working on. I was really just kind of mulling over, you know, what comes next for this post. The 2-year anniversary of this post is tomorrow. January 4th is when I started, I think, unless it was the 5th. I got to go back and look. Pretty sure it was the 4th. And I've been toying with what comes next. How to, it somehow feels like after 2 years, there's a next step here. And I know, I had sort of been playing with what that means in terms of the content. Do I want to do something where I create some time to go back and review some of this content? Because originally, the intention for this post originally was not necessarily to be an ongoing video blog, but more to become to be an idea capture and sort of a creative brainstorm for myself. And something that came through this morning was that when I started this post, one of the features of it it was almost like a meta factor, but it was an important one. One of the features is that it was challenging. I knew I would be challenging myself by doing this post every day. A daily video post for a year. What? Said Robin of 2 years ago. What would that even look like? What would come out of that? What would happen in my life if I did that? Robin of now knows what that looks like, not only after 1 year, but after 2 years. And I've been remarkably consistent. I don't think I've missed a single day. So this element of the challenge has showed up as one that, because I talked a few days ago about, in sort of like reflecting on this post, I spoke a few days ago about the element of accountability, consistency and accountability, because I know people watch this post. You all listen to what I have to say, which is a true honor. And also, it keeps me honest. It keeps me in a process of being accountable, of being in relationship. And sometimes a conversation emerges from what I have posted. And that element I've been aware of, that consistency, accountability element I've been aware of. The challenge element is the one that I think started out high, and little by little, as I've gone over the past 2 years, it's almost like the challenge has, it's not that the challenge has gone out of it, it's just that I've gotten used to doing it. I feel like I have arrived at a place where I know that I can show up every day and center myself and speak from a place of total centeredness, total rootedness. I can take a view of my life that is that inherently accepts every moment, every day, every challenge as a gift. And it's not that there's not still a challenge in that, but the challenge of how that gets expressed has become less as I've done it more. I feel like I've integrated that capacity in a way that, again, like that's something that I could never have known what that would look like or feel like when I first started. But it's a tremendous change in my life over the last 2 years. And now there's part of me that feels as though the next challenge might need to be what keeps showing up is music. And I've done music on this post before. But I asked myself this morning, what if I committed to doing a musical post every day for a year? Might mean that I talk less. Might not mean that. I don't know. What I know is when I propose that, it brings back the butterflies and the sense of, what does that even mean? What is that even going to look like? That I had when I first started this video post. And in some ways, that musical element is one that I picked up and was a little unsure what to do with it. I've had music in this post many times, and for a while it was really consistent. There was even a period where I think I did my post from the piano all the time, sort of deliberately committed to that, but it was a brief enough period, and it wasn't quite clear where that was going. It wasn't quite clear where that was taking me. And I think though that in the meantime, I've also had I've had a number of musical experiences. I've had a number of I've come through a lot of growth in the musical territory in my life, both through my amazing lessons with Madeline and also through my own practice and my own continued discovery. And I just get this sense that a musical post might be the next step. I've got 24 hours to think about it, but I'm getting a sense that might be where this is going. And again, the sense of like, what does that mean? Can I actually maintain that? What? What if I don't like what if I don't like what I'm play one day, or what if I show up and I have literally no idea what to play, or what if I get somewhere and I don't have an instrument? What does it mean to do a musical post if I don't have access to a piano? Do I have to sing? Does it have to be music, or can I talk about music? Does that count? You can see I'm already like, and I don't know the answer to those questions necessarily, but I know that the sense of just slightly leaning out of my comfort zone, leaning into those questions and those possibilities is the spirit of this post. That is the spirit that initiated this. So it feels like a message, and it retains the accountability. It retains the elements that I value, and it really asks me to discover something new. Showing up and speaking every day for 2 years, I now know how to do that. Showing up and expressing a musical idea every day for a year, I don't know what that's like. I've never done it. So you'll be hearing from me soon. Some kind of shift is imminent. And certainly the celebration of 2 years of this post. Pretty awesome. I'm celebrating you as much as I'm celebrating the post when I say that, because God knows, feeling the dialogue and feeling the kind of reciprocal interest in this connection and in this perspective on life is what it's all about. So thank you for being with me. Thanks for watching. So much love. I will see you soon.